Welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a very special guest today, and I've had nothing but guys on for a long time, and I figured that it's time to bring on a woman, especially a woman who's done almost everything and knows everything that maybe the Rick knows. Maybe. I'm happy to present Dallas Malloy. And let's talk a little bit. You're a concert pianist?
Yes.
Violinist?
Violist.
Violist. What's the difference?
But I haven't, well, different instruments.
Oh, no strings attached.
Yeah, that's it. No strings.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have time for strings.
And a pro bodybuilder? You won championships?
Well, I won the Ms. Cal state.
That's pretty darn good. I did Mr. California.
I know.
Okay.
Mr. and Ms. Cal right here.
There we go.
You know?
2 peas in a pod.
Yeah. Oh, we are.
You're a fitness trainer?
Yes.
And a good one.
Damn good.
I know
Come on.
I know. And you're an actress.
Yes.
And a very good actress.
Thank you.
And you've played several roles.
I have.
Do you think you could play me?
I could play you.
I think you could.
I think I could.
You can get the starter kit.
Tell me about
the one
that.
with the beard and you know, the bald cap.
I could do that.
I know.
I'm already working it out right now.
We've had a talk. We talked last weekend for 2.5 hours in Starbucks, another 2.5 hours at dinner, and got to know each other pretty well. And we came to the conclusion that we're sharing one brain. And I wouldn't bring anybody on this show that I didn't totally believe in. And I totally believe in Dallas. I mean, I think she's got a good future ahead of her, and she's focused and she's pushing really hard. And I'm going to do all I can to see that happens. The thing that I want to do is I want them to get to know you now. You guys get to know her now. And then in the future, we're going to do shows, and we're going to break it down to like nutrition and training, what works for women, because a lot of women don't know what to do.
That's true.
And a lot of guys don't know what to do.
That's absolutely true.
And the training is similar, but nutrition is key.
Oh, nutrition is almost everything, as we know.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's go back a page.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of time.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I remember that.
You were 6 years old when you started piano?
Yes.
Were you a little keyed up?
Of course.
Okay.
I was keyed up from the word go.
Okay. And what created that interest in being a pianist?
You know, I don't know where that one came from.
No?
I have always been really internally driven and just inner directed.
Yeah.
And I have a hunch that it came from because I grew up watching Taxi and MASH.
Yeah.
2 great shows. Still
well,
great.
let me say one thing. That was way before my time.
See, you're never going to let me forget saying that.
Nope.
See, I said that the other day.
Nope.
And I regret it.
You really hurt me.
I am so sorry.
First of all, you didn't identify with something I said back in the 80s, and then you said that I had way too much time on my hands. And this is way too much time on my hands during the show.
I will live to regret this.
Yes, you will.
I will. That was the wrong thing to say. And I didn't even mean it, but you know.
Okay, text messages get construed.
Texting is the worst form of communication.
All right, so let's go back. You started piano,
yes.
and did you feel at that time, of course at 6 years old, you don't know, you love what you do, and I started steel guitar at 9, so, and that comes with strings too. So
gotta love the strings.
Well, what I'm saying is that we have a vision, and the vision is something creative. And so that creativity, as I told you earlier, is you go outside the box and you take it into different avenues.
Yes.
So from piano, what happened? Where'd you go from there?
Piano, I mean, I flourished in piano right away. I loved it. I was just driven like I do everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I wrote music, I performed. I went into play viola and then violin later. More viola, though, but played in an orchestra, played some of the greatest music. I'm so honored and grateful that I was able to do that. And I was always creative growing up. Drawing, writing, I wrote short novels. Just, like you said, it's that creative flow. Yeah. And it just took many forms for me, and it's never stopped.
I see that.
Yes.
But then you I don't know what came first. Did bodybuilding come first, or well, I think it did come first, didn't it?
Bodybuilding came first.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to keep you in order here.
Yeah, I know. It's difficult. Let's get
the
list.
But I know I know what you did. So because last night when I was sleeping, I kind of did like a USB drive, or actually a FireWire under your brain to mine.
Oh, awesome.
And so
you did that too?
I sucked up a lot of info.
Great.
So you went into bodybuilding,
and I felt something.
Yeah. There's a little plug-in jack back there.
Ah.
So tell me how did you go from that to bodybuilding? Because I went to music to bodybuilding too, just like you did.
I know.
See? What the hell?
It's completely...
I know, it's weird.
Yeah,
it is weird. So, but something inspired you to do that.
Yes.
What was it?
Terminator 2.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that.
Yes. That, and that, like I said, I went to see that movie.
And Linda Hamilton?
Linda Hamilton, the whole movie.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah.
The feeling of the movie, just the power of it.
That was a great film.
It was, on so many levels. That was just a powerful film. But I went in the theater one person, I came out a different person, and I was just, that was it. I was ready. I wanted that physique. I just knew that was next on the list.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. So I started pursuing it, and I started lifting the next day.
Yeah.
Never turned back.
Well, that's kind of what happened to me too. I was looking at bodybuilding magazines, and there were some guys up in Canada with Weider, and it always had these ads: pack on 10 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks. And the word "pack on" stuck in my head. Pack on muscle. How do you pack on muscle? I go down to Safeway, I buy a pound of ground beef, and I just pack it on,
Right.
and all of a sudden I'm huge.
Yeah.
But when you see something like that, you are inspired. And back in the days when I was doing that, I mean, you had free weights. You didn't have gyms really. I mean, you had some, but you didn't have much to work with. But when you started doing that, did you notice instantly growth?
I did. I was so. Here's the thing, Rick. I'm so mentally.
You can call me Rick.
Can I call you Rick?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Okay.
I'm so mentally strong. I'm so driven that it's even back then.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was a mental thing mostly.
Yeah.
And so I just I don't care if it hurts, if it burns. I'm going to do it anyway. And so, in that way, I felt strengthened immediately.
Yeah.
It was like I had just tapped into a new power that was already there. Because you know how it is with music. I mean, it's all about repetition and practice.
Yep.
Thousands of hours.
Yep.
And so there's so many parallels.
Yeah.
And I remember going into the gym at school, and I did powerlifting at school then after that. And I remember, too, seeing a pumping iron, too, with Beth Francis. And just, that further kind of inspired me.
Did you start with powerlifting?
I didn't. I started with just weightlifting, but then they had that at school, and so I
Well, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I started with weightlifting, and then I switched to powerlifting.
Nice.
Because I thought the squats, the bench press, and the deadlift would give me the base and the foundation for what I needed to bodybuild.
Sure.
Which it does.
It does, yeah.
And I entered some contests, and I did really well at it. And then I thought, no, I want to sculpt the muscle.
Right.
Being an artist like yourself, and like me, and you're artist in music, and you're artist in writing, and you're artist in this, you're going to be an artist with the body and sculpt it.
Totally. Yeah.
So this is what you did.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's so appealing on so many levels, and it's hard to even put into words, but it is that art. It is sculpting. It is creating. It is becoming a living statue and being as close to perfection as you can.
Yeah.
And it's also the feeling you get when training.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many things going on, so much more than just the surface.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it appealed to me.
But then you made another turn.
Yeah,
you went into boxing.
I made yet another turn on my complicated road of life.
That's true. It's like veins; you just keep taking them out.
It is. It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's a very vascular experience.
Yes.
Well, I have to first say that I knew I'd be an actor when I was 14. Okay. I also got that kind of inspiration.
Right.
It just suddenly became completely clear to me in this one moment. I do all these things. I experience all these different avenues. I play basketball. I do everything, as you said.
Yeah.
That's me. I do everything. That's it. That tells the whole story.
That's okay, but you have to.
You have to, yeah. Why else am I here?
Exactly.
What else am I going to do? And I just knew that I was going to do that, and so that was in my mind. So I was studying Marlon Brando, who I love, and I saw On the Waterfront, and there was just something about that whole movie. And again, it was the whole thing just gripped me, and I knew that I need to box. I need that experience. That's next on the list.
Yeah.
So as I do everything, I just pursued it and started asking around, trying to find gyms. And I did find an all-male gym. And that's a long story. I can continue or not.
We're going to do that at some point.
Okay.
But I want to touch on the surface. But
cool.
The funny thing is, again, you had texted me one day and you said we were two peas in a pod. And the more we're talking right now, the more I'm thinking, because you went into bodybuilding and you made a turn to boxing. I went into bodybuilding and made a turn to wrestling. And I was inspired by seeing it on TV and seeing some of the guys, not today's guys, but old school, and said, you know what, it's another form of acting. It's another stage.
Yeah.
Because I played on stage in a band, and you played on stage with an orchestra, and that's what you did. And then bodybuilding was a stage. You're up there by yourself, and you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
boxing, you're by yourself, you're doing your thing, and wrestling, you're by yourself, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really involved in team sports because I get lost watching teams. I mean, it's like who's who. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. It's just setting yourself out from the rest.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
When you do something alone in bodybuilding, you do something alone in wrestling or in boxing, you're the one they're watching. That guy. You're not watching, or that girl. You're not watching the 20 other guys around you.
Right.
And to me, I needed the attention. My father had died. My mom wasn't really keen on me wrestling because it's just something that you don't do in our family or at that stage of the game. Did you get any feedback about the boxing?
I know my parents weren't thrilled initially, but the thing is, I've always done what I'm going to do, and I think they knew that, and so I didn't really ask them. I just did it. Okay. And that's pretty much.
I did too. Same here. We had this talk.
Yeah.
So I guess we don't need to talk anymore. No.
This has been fun.
Yeah, this has been great. So then you got into your acting.
Yes.
And you've done some pretty good things.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually started even in middle school, about 14, when I had that first inspiration with doing some kind of. I love Charlie Chaplin and like.
I grew up with him.
Did you?
Watching him. Later years.
Later years. I knew what you meant. I was even going to say something like that. Okay. Yeah. No, it's classic. I mean, and I love that kind of physical comedy and just. Exploring that and utilizing the piano along with it, and so I did some stuff like that. But years later, a lot more.
But you're putting a show together.
I am. Now I'm putting a show together.
And tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. It incorporates my bodybuilding, my posing, in a completely artistic way, and which I love, as you know. I love the old school poses, and my piano. And my basically monologues, just talking about it's stuff that I've been writing anyway from my autobiography. It's stories of my life, stories of overcoming. It's you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll leave a different person.
Some of this reel is on your website.
Actually, it will be very, very soon.
But something you sent me that had something to do with it.
Let's see. I
was it a teaser?
So much stuff. I'm creating the teaser as we speak.
Well, you had something with a piano, and then you had a scene.
Let's see. Oh, that's another thing. That's actually my acting reel.
Okay.
There's a scene
that's what
I'm
talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, where I'm playing a little bit of the Chopin's Fantasy Impromptu. Yeah. Which is one of the best pieces ever written. Yeah. And a challenge and wonderful piece, and yeah, that's what you saw. You saw that, and then some of my other acting stuff.
Let's talk about the other acting you did, playing the opposite sex.
Oh, yes.
That's pretty darn cool.
Thank you. Thank you. That is something I'm really proud of. Yeah. This show, Eli Stone, where I play a transgender minister. And that was one of those roles that just as soon as I heard about it, I felt that character. Yeah. And, it was just a great character. It was really well written, and they wanted someone who looked androgynous, and with no makeup and my hair pulled back, and you
still look beautiful.
Well, thank you. I like to think I'm a handsome man
That's funny because I played a transgender gym instructor in the movie Ben.
Oh my God. How did I miss that?
I don't know how you missed it, but I got attacked by rats. And
I
oh my God.
Gotta go see that today.
Yeah, it's on video.
Good.
So you've done a lot of stuff.
Yes. Thank you. I'm extremely versatile, and I don't limit myself, and I know I have a lot of characters in me, and like I was just on Conan and was in a comedy sketch, and I love comedy, but then I like, oh yeah, it's great, and but I love drama as well, and that playing that character was a great challenge, but it was an amazing experience, and I have a lot of things.
So now, let's discuss about now what you're doing, and then future what we're going to talk about. What are you doing to yourself right now, other than pushing yourself in 20 different directions?
I know. It's insane. Well, I do have, there's a film coming out on the 13th. I need to get the dates. The premiere is on the 14th of this month. Okay. It's called Nipples and Palm Trees. Ooh. It's a sexy comedy. It's going to play at the Lemley Theater in North Hollywood.
That fan over there? It's kind of making my nipples hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was sitting a little too close to you.
Maybe that's it too.
Really? See, I don't even feel the thing, and I got this hair.
And you're sweating.
And I'm sweating.
Because you're next to me.
He has this effect, you guys. You don't know because you're not here, but trust me. It's intense.
So you're working on these projects now.
Yes.
And for you out there that are bodybuilders and you're training and you're doing all this stuff, and you look at her and what she's done, there's no limit to what you can do. I mean, this is supposed to be inspirational. I try to inspire you guys with my routines and my Rick's Corners, and I think she's a huge inspiration. In fact, you inspired me the other night at dinner.
Thank you.
Because I used to eat like that for all the shows and when I was competing, and I still eat pretty darn clean, but it could be cleaner. You know, and I really have no reason to. I'm not competing.
Sure.
But I think there is a reason to at certain points in time, and I think right now, for the next few months, I want to clean it up a bit again.
Nice.
Because you inspired me to do it. So next time, you have the ice cream.
No, never, never. Happy to help.
Where can we find you on your website?
Yes, DallasMalloy.com.
Right.
I'll put everything on there. Anything, I always update it. So, in fact, the movie info that I just mentioned, it's on there. We're hoping it gets a big crowd.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's good. It's very well done.
And you're on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and I can't hide. I'm everywhere. Yeah. Dallas Malloy. Yeah.
Okay. And you'll be on here.
Yes.
So I just wanted to introduce her and have you meet her, and we'll be doing some more shows. And like I said, we're going to talk about training, nutrition, anything. If you guys want to write into me and ask questions and maybe come up with subject matter that we can come up with, I want to do a series of Rick's Corners with Dallas. I think it's just going to be a good thing. And women too, and not just you guys, because you women are out there saying, how come no one caters to us? Well, we will.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, please. I mean, because, as Rick knows, I mean, as training people, I get so many questions, and I get a lot of the same questions a lot, and I want to address those on here, about nutrition and training and stuff like that.
And wait, let me just go one more thing.
Sure.
One of the things that people say, and especially women when you train, I don't want to get muscle like you.
Right.
You're always going to hear that.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, you're not.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen, because that takes with a lot of work and a lot of training, a lot of diet.
Yeah.
But you'll get in shape. If someone like this can look like she does, which I think is awesome, she can get you in top shape. There's no question in my mind, because it's you're not going to get huge unless you really want to get huge.
Yeah, come on. If it was that easy, I mean, a lot of people would be huge.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be 3 times bigger. And
exactly.
Yeah, it never happens by accident. And
no.
But yeah, I love to inspire people, maybe not to bodybuild, because it's not for everybody, but to just be fit and get in shape and nutrition and feel better, and it improves every area.
It's the road that leads the same way. It's just how far you want to take it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dallas, for being here.
Thanks so much.
This is fun.
Oh, it was great.
You can stop sweating now.
I am burning up. This guy's hot, you guys.
It's the red.
Hot. That's
all right.
It is.
Stay tuned for more Rick's Corners when I come back with Dallas and we talk about more stuff. But thanks for watching, and I'll have this up so everybody can view it and write in your questions, and we'll try to give you answers. Okay?
Excellent.
Bye. Or should I give it the little finger?
There you go.